Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And for my next OP09 leader, today we're going to showcase Black Purple Monkey B Luffy. So, Luffy. It's a very interesting leader, right? It's kind of very similar in a way to obviously Purple Luffy, but it tries to kind of, how do I explain it? It's like his leader ability lets you play these units effects that we got from OP09 that you're able to kind of do -2 down and be able to get all that down back, right? So it makes your minus down abilities actually kind of be more or less be free. For example, the biggest one is this 4-cost Franky. In other decks, when you play this Franky, you're actually going -2 down. But in this deck, when you play Franky and you go -2 down, you get an active down and a rested down back with your Luffy, which means that you're able to kind of get the full value for some of these cards. And that's like the power of this leader here. It's a multicolor leader that it lets us be able to use these -down effects and have access to both the Straw Hat package and some cards from Black like Gecko Moria and also the Black Sanji from starter deck 14. So why is this deck, like why should you play this deck, or like why do you not see it very often, right, in ladder or in locals? Well, one thing that's really weak about this deck is the fact that it's a 4-life leader. I think 4-life leaders in general in the current meta are like in a really bad position. But the reason that I think you should play this deck if you wanted to play it or try it out is because it's like a different flavor of Red Purple Luffy or Purple Luffy. It lets you be able to kind of play cards like Kaido, cards like the 10-cost Gear 5 Luffy without feeling the heavy downside of their -down effects. Because think about it, when you play this Luffy, you do -10, but right away your leader brings you 2 down back, and then you can use the 10-cost effect to go to 3 down. And when you take your new turn, you go to 5 down, you use your 10-cost down effect again to go to 6, and all of a sudden, you're already going to be able to go back to 8 down on your next actual turn. So it makes it like really easy to be able to ramp back up. And same thing with Kaido. You use Kaido when you have 10 down, and usually you're going back down to 5 down and then 7 on the next turn, but you actually get 2 down back with Luffy, so you're going back to 9 down, letting you actually chain Kaido's back to back. So it kind of gives you this really cool effect where you can play some of these big bumps without feeling the heavy effects or from their downsides compared to some of the other purple decks that are out there. So let's talk about the card choices here and kind of what each card is doing in this deck and how it can help you get to that win condition. So because Luffy is obviously a Straw Hat pirate, you're able to play the Straw Hat package, which is what the OP09 deck was designed to do, right? So let's kind of go through the Straw Hat package first and the new cards that we have from OP09 that you have already seen in some of the other decks. We are playing triple of this OP09 Sanji, the 7-cost, and it's built to work with Luffy. Because with the Sanji, you can return 2 downs from your deck. Notice that the card says you may return 1 or more. That means you have the option of returning 1 or more, so you can return 2 down from your board to your down deck, and you're able to rest the opponent's blocker and also have this unit be rushed. And again, you get those 2 down right back with your Luffy, including a down that ends up being active. So you're able to kind of be able to put a lot of pressure into the opponent, be able to, by playing this card in way so good. We're playing 4 of the Law, and even though it's not a Straw Hat, it's kind of honorary Straw Hat, right? Because this Law is able to let you search for any Straw Hat character with a cost 2 or greater. So it's so good because you can search with your Sanji, but you can also search your Luffy or search any other utility cards like you need to. The MVP of this deck is going to be this Franky card right here. Again, like I mentioned, you do -2 down, but that -2 down is really just free. So this is like a queen. You're able to just discard 1 card from your hand and draw 2 cards, right? So you're able to cycle some of these non-counter cards that you have in this deck, which you play a lot of, and you're able to bring it back with Gecko Moria, which is what makes Franky really good and why Gecko finds the inclusion in this deck, being able to get that Franky from your trash and be able to play it and just hide behind blockers. We are playing 4 Zoros here, and this new Zoro from OP09 I get is also very good with Luffy because it's actually a ramp card with Luffy, right? When you play this Zoro, you can return 1 or more down cards from play to your down deck, right? So you choose to return 2, and you're getting 2 back with your Luffy leader ability. Plus, you get 1 more active down from Zoro's own ability. So you start with, if you want to go first, with this leader, you play this on turn 3, on your 3 down turn, you're going down to 1 down, then you go back up to 4 down, right? And 3 of those 4 downs are active. 3 of those 4 dons are active. So you can actually go like double Zoro if you wanted to just go flood the board, or you can go like Zoro for 3 and then put like 2 don on your Luffy for 7 and have a don left over to play your search a lot if you so need to. So yeah, to be really cool, just the value you can get from this Zoro right here, combination with your little ability. So again, it's pretty much just a ramp card. So that's why we like to go first, because usually when you go first and you find this, you end up going in such a big advantage compared to what the opponent can do. So yeah, and then we also obviously have the cards that you might be familiar with from Static Deck 18, the Usohachi and the Onami, which honestly, I mean, I know they were built for Purple Luffy as well, but it's also so good for every other of these Purple Luffy decks, right? Usohachi being able to rest one of your opponent's blockers that has 5 costs or less, plus being a 2k counter. And the Onami is kind of like another blocker together with the Franky. Just in case that you don't actually find the Franky, you can at least have potentially the Onami to be able to bring back with the Gecko Moria if you don't find yourself with that Franky on your trash, right? So that's kind of like the purple Straw Hats. Of course, again, we do have the 10 cost Luffy here that we talked about. It's one of our big bumps in this deck. What I've realized as I was playing this deck more and more is that you should not be afraid of playing these big bumps. Of course, you know, if you have like Gecko on the field, then maybe you're not playing these 10 drops, right? If you have like a big board. But if your board is small, just play this card, because like I said, you're able to ramp up really quickly back up with this Luffy, even after you do the -10 here. So it doesn't feel as bad to play this, especially if after you play this, you have like a Zoro or a Bon Clay to follow up with as well on your next turn. You're able to ramp back up even more and be able to literally go to 8 or 9 down on the following turn. And it's like you never play this Luffy at all. You just have a big 12k body there on the field now, right? Which is kind of nuts, right? So don't be afraid to play this early if you have it in your hand and you don't have like a very strong board. The other Straw Hat card that we're playing is this 5 cost Sanji here from Static Deck 14. We are a black deck, right? Even though you only see 2 black cards in the whole deck list here, we are a black deck. So we're able to actually play this Sanji. The thing about why this Sanji works with a leader is because of a little thing that I didn't talk about yet. Dawn 1, your characters have +1 cost. So this is a permanent effect, right? When you have a Dawn on your leader, and all your characters have +1 cost. It's not restricted to any character. And what this means is that when you have 6 Dawn or more, you can put a Dawn on your Luffy and then play this for 5. And this counts itself as a 6 cost, and it lets you just KO any 5 cost or lower character. The reason that this card is good is because it lets us starve off the aggression from stuff like Doflamingo, right? It lets us be able to KO their bodies while still developing a 6k body on the field. So we kind of get that benefit of having those KO effects from black, right? And yeah, it does mean, again, we have a lot of non-counter cards with 4 Sanji, 4 Geckos, 4 Zoros. But remember, you do have stuff like Gungam Giant and stuff like the Franky to be able to cycle through those cards. So if you find yourself not needing Sanji, this is usually one of the first cards that I'm looking to trash with Franky or the Gungam Giant if necessary. And then lastly, to finish up like the Straw Hat package, we are playing 2 Gungam Lightning, which is again really good at being able to let us stop the tempo from Doffy. And the -2 effect here, again, is free because of your leader. So you're only really just playing the 2 down. And honestly, you're only playing 1 down because one of those -2 down comes back as active. So this is literally a 1 down KO a 6k power unit, which is crazy when you think about it. It's crazy when you think about it, when you remember stuff like Jet Pistol being like 4 down, right? Like it's nuts how good this card is. But we are only playing 2 of it because, you know, after like the first couple of turns, it's not really as useful. And then we do have 4 Gungam Giant, which is honestly one of the best cards in purple, right? Like once you get to 10 down, you're always going to keep 1 down open to always threaten this Gungam Giant. And the Gungam Giant lets us cycle a lot of these non-counter cards that we have over here, right? And that kind of is what's making the Straw Hat package with Red Purple Luffy, with Purple Luffy, and with Purple Black Luffy work so well. That's why you're seeing all these 3 Luffy decks in the meta so much, is because honestly Gungam Giant is such a ridiculous card. So what is the rest of the cards that we have in the deck? We are playing 2 Bon Clays here. If the opponent makes us go second instead of first, then Bon Clay is really good, right? You're able to use Bon Clay or still be able to use Zoro to ramp up with, and it can be really useful as well against certain matchups. I didn't talk about this 2K Sanji here, right? It's also a blocker, can also be searched with your law, right? And if you play this Luffy first, then obviously you'll be minus less than your opponent, so your Sanji is going to be able to cost you 3. Or if you play Kaido as well, you might be 2 down or less than your opponent. We are playing 4 Black Maria. She's mostly a 2K counter, but in certain game states, right, you might be able to have a Black Maria before you play something like a Kaido, or play Luffy, right? Be able to ramp up back up to like, again, play this Luffy, be able to ramp back up to at least 3 down, and then play Black Maria to kind of get all the way back up to 10. And that's kind of crazy as well when you have Luffy and then Black Maria to follow up. And that's what we play here, just a nice 2K counter. 2 Bepos here can actually be searched by the 1 cost law, but the Bepo is also kind of cool because it's a 2K counter that you can actually summon with Gecko. And sometimes, right, if you have Bepo and Franky on your trash, you go Gecko, you pick your Franky as active, your Bepo as rested, and when you use your Franky effect, the Bepo will actually be able to give your leader that plus 1k power, which can make the difference and be able to attack into the opponent. We keep talking about Gecko a lot, so let's keep Kaido for now and just go to Gecko. Another big bomb from our deck. Remember, we're ramping up pretty consistently, so you're able to play this Gecko. And you might not think that there's a lot of things that you hit here, but Gecko into Franky is so good. Gecko into Franky is so good. It's not as good as like Gecko Rebecca, but it's so good being able to just play like go Gecko on 8 Dawn, play Franky, use the Franky effect, and still get that 2 Dawn back, right? So it's like you didn't spend anything and be able to cycle something. Like this is such a good combo, and obviously you get to develop a 9k body and a 5k blocker, which is so good, right? Which is one of the reasons why this deck again works out so well. And then lastly, to finish up the deck list, we have Kaido. And Kaido is obviously a big bomb, and just like I explained, when you use him, it's not as bad because you're not losing 5 down. You're really only losing 3 down. Like his ability is only costing you 3 down. And really it's only costing you 1 down because you get 2 down on your next turn, right? So Kaido becomes so freaking good at being able to just put so much pressure into your opponent. And a lot of times, again, I'll play Kaido early, knowing that I can ramp up back to 9 or 10 down in the next couple of turns. Lets me just be able to drop Kaido early, even if I have multiple copies of it, just to kind of put a lot of pressure into the opponent. And that's kind of what we're looking for here. And this is kind of what I ended up with the choices, right? The ratios can be adjusted. If you guys find Bone Clay really useful, you can play more Bone Clays. If you want more Bepo, so you have another target for Gecko, you can do that as well, right? Like Bepo and Law are your only targets from the second, the 2 cost or less rested unit. So you can add more of those if you need to as well. If you find Sanji less useful, you can do that as well. And you can play around with this deck list a lot. But honestly, I do think you want to have Kaido. Like I think this Kaido is so good in this deck, and same thing with this Luffy. These bombs are so good at letting you finish games, especially when their cost is not as high as it would be in other purple decks that are trying to play this. Now, Luffy was very fun leader. Honestly, this Gear Fight Luffy is very fun. Again, like every 4 life leader, it's just the fact that they're 4 life that can be really, really awkward at times, right? So, and he also really relies a lot on going first and being able to like have this Zoro down on turn 1. It makes your curve so much better than when you go second. So, just some of those things that you have to watch out for. But yeah, you're looking to just ramp up with Zoro or Bon Clay early on, and then start dropping your Franky, then start dropping your Sanji, then you start dropping your Gecko, Kaido, or Luffy, and you kind of just go like that, right? Like it's gonna be kind of crazy how quickly, like if you go first and you play Zoro on your 3 down turn, when you go to 6, you can go Franky, then you're going up to 8, you can go Gecko, right? And it gets a little bit crazy at just how much value you get against the opponent. And again, remember, because you're getting that active Dawn anytime you use the abilities, you end up always able to have a Dawn on this leader. So all your characters are 1 cost higher, which can actually be a very good difference against decks that rely on cost to destroy or bounce. Like if you're going against Duffy, if you're going against Doffy, when you have a Dawn on your Luffy, it makes it so that your Franky is going to be a 5 cost. It's going to be impossible for them to bounce with their bounce loss. So just remember those little things, and you should be able to do it like that. Anyways, as always, we're going to have 3 days of videos for this deck, right? Today's video is going to be 2 games against Shanks, 2 games against Blackbeard, and 1 game against a Red Purple Luffy. So hope you enjoy the games coming soon. And if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy the games. In this match, we're going against Shanks. I'm going to go first just so I could play this Zoro out, and that's amazing. The bone clay is not bad, right? So we go Zoro. It's the car action. Go like this. Return 2. Get the rest of Dawn. Go 7. It's gonna force the opponent to at least give us a 2k. Opponent had enough to go for a Red Hawk to kill the Zoro, but if they had that, they had it, right? Like I don't think we're playing around that. There's no way for me to go double 4-drop here. Yeah, there's no way for me to go double 4-drop. Opponent can still technically kill this Frank. So if they're telegraphing the Red Hawk here, I don't want to play this Bone Clay right now, right? They're telegraphing that, so I think we can go like this, and I'm down to trash the Nami, which is weird. Right, and we go sits. We go sits. So there is a way for us to play around the Red Hawk by putting the Dawn on the Franky. That way the opponent cannot just do like -1 and into Red Hawk. So we'll just go like this. No Gecko. It's a little bit awkward, but not impossible for us to survive from. They get the Jasa. Let's give you the 2k here. So if I go here, right, I'm forcing the opponent to have to, like, opponent can just have Rayleigh next turn is my concern, but I'm forcing it to have to KO this instead of KOing anything else. Playing this doesn't feel like it's that useful right now, I guess. We could go Franky just to cycle a little bit more. And I will trash the Zoro. So we enter with how to do this. So we can go 6, 7, I guess. And the opponent's at 6 here, right? So I guess we can go 7 and then go 8. No Gecko still, right? That's the awkward part here. Like not having Gecko does feel very awkward. So this has to be a Rayleigh, right? This has to be a Rayleigh. Or Whitebeard. That's not bad. I guess that works. It lets you be able to, yeah, KO one of these guys. Sure. So, here's the question then. Is it... give me 1 second, because obviously my dogs are barking, but I think we just go 2k here and then go from there. I'm gonna mute myself for just a second. Yeah, like obviously they'll be able to kill these blockers, which it is what it is. I'm wondering if it's actually ever Luffy. Like I'm wondering if I actually need to play this Luffy and start working on this. Or do I just like I really like the Luffy here. It's kind of weird, but I really like this Luffy here. Just get the extra turn and kind of go from there. But it means that my Gungam Giants are gonna be weird. The other thing I was thinking is maybe playing the Bon Clay right now. But that doesn't seem great either. I guess we start here. We start here and let's just play the Luffy out. Let's just play the Luffy out and the opponent just decided to go like that. So we'll go like this. We'll have the Bon Clay to ramp up, right? So we get the active down here. We put one more here and we get to attack for 6. And the turn, do it again, right? So now we get to play the Bon Clay as well. So we start like this. Problem with the Bon Clay obviously is that the Nuke just kills it for free now. So maybe we're not actually doing Bon Clay. Maybe it has to be like a Sanji, but the Sanji can also kill by gets killed by this Jazz up. What if it's just 10 and 12? What if we just actually just go all in into them? You know what? Screw it. Let's go for it. Let's go 10. And then let's go 12. Opponent has to give me 2k, 2k, whatever. And then maybe now we actually just attack into the new gate. Make it so that I can actually have my... Like, if the opponent develops Shanks now, I'm okay with this. We can go Gecko into Franky next turn and still be in a solid spot. By getting rid of that new gate, now I can actually, again, go Gecko into Franky and feel like I'm not falling too far behind. I don't want to play any counter here just because I want to be able to keep this guy alive. Right, so they go for 9. I do have to be careful, obviously, about how much damage they can push next turn. That's a good snake, right? They seem to find a way to get rid of this Franky. I could go Sanji and Franky and have double blocker and not have the Moria come down. That's weird though, but it might make sense, at least temporarily. But then I'm not developing this Gecko, which could potentially let me win the game. Am I ever losing if I play here into this and the opponent has a way to kill the Franky? I have double giant, but I can only get 1 done active back. Here we go like this. Because the other benefit... Oh, I also forgot to do this thing, right? The other benefit of... yeah, we go here. So the other benefit is that I can actually keep double Dawn active. And just be in a decent spot. Sorry, yeah, I can keep double Dawn active to have the double Gungam Giant if I need to. So this is interesting now, right? Because yeah, they're gonna just try to kill this. Okay, alright, so alright, that's a good punish. That is a good punish there. We'll go like this, and you're gonna have to attack into that. Yeah, that's a very good punish. No reason to go anything else then, right? So kind of like this Kaido now. This Kaido card looking good. This Kaido's card looking good. It does take me a lot of dawn though to use it. Maybe we actually go Sanji. Like if we go Sanji, we can still go up to... No, because if we go Sanji... I mean, we don't have to... We go Sanji, we can still get the dawn back, right? I like the Sanji better. Yeah, I like the Sanji better. Doesn't matter. And then that way we can actually keep... So we can go 7 twice, but then the opponent still gets to stay at 1 life, I guess. And I don't think I'm ever using double giant. I think I have to just assume that I'm only going to use 1, but I guess the opponent has 2 big attacks. I think I'm only ever using 1, right? Because I want to keep enough down to play Kaido. So then next time we can have Kaido. Oh wait, I just lose to Roger. I'm dumb. No, I don't lose to Roger. I have enough to counter out of the 12, right? Yeah, but the Roger is actually kind of crazy here, right? Because now the opponent gets to just play Roger and my blockers don't matter. Yeah, so we have to counter this, right? Oh, actually, I guess we can just block now, too. Yeah, I can just block it now before Roger comes down. If you have Roger, you have to play it before you attack. Because now I still get to keep my counters, right? And just do my thing. Yeah. I mean, they only had a Shanks anyway, so they didn't have Roger. But do I survive the Roger, right? So the Roger is 13, right? The opponent has a 12. We could go 4. I'm drawing into 2. I'm drawing into a non-counter card and a 2K, right? So my next 2 cards are a non-counter card and a 2K, and we have a non-counter card in our life. So we have a 2K and everything else we had in our hand. So we go for 9, trash. This goes to 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 with the 2K. And then the opponent has another 1K, which we have another 1K left. But then we have no counter to survive the 6K hit from Yasuo. So we actually would have lost. We actually would have lost if the opponent had Roger, because I forgot about the fact that I cannot take them down to 0 life. So that was a slight mistake on my part, but it ended up working out. I did also get punished by this Shanks, killing my 10 cost Luffy, but it ended up not mattering because he was just a little bit too slow for what the opponent needed to do. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Shanks. So we ramp up first and just have our big bodies on the field and go from there. I actually would love to see the 10 cost Luffy here. The Gear 5 Luffy. It's actually really good in this matchup, in my opinion. Because he just has this, he just leaves us with this big body. I mean, I have to keep this hand, right? I have to keep this hand because we have both the Law and the Zoro. I'm actually gonna grab it again. I think it's actually really good in this matchup. I think I'm gonna grab it, and we're gonna go like this. Turn 2 down. Yeah, go like this. Go here. Go here. We're gonna put 1 down on the Zoro to play around. Yeah, let's play around it. Let's play around the Red Hawk. Let's go 6 here. Because if the opponent goes -1 here, they could Red Hawk to kill it. So at least this forces them to still just have to give me a 1k. And I will play this Luffy on curve, by the way. Like, I think it's actually really good in this matchup. Being a 12k attacker makes it less vulnerable to, like, the Shanks, right? Swinging at us. Yeah, okay, cool. So, what's your game plan here? Now, do I want to take this? I think I'm actually going to counter. I don't like taking the small 5k hits, right? Because I feel like the small 5k hits are going to be so much easier for us to deal with later. This is annoying, obviously, because he lets them KO the Zoro. We have nothing else better to do, though, so I guess we just go 8, or we can go 7. No, I think I like it. I like going 8 twice. I like going 8 twice and just forcing the opponent to either take both or give me a 2k 1k. If anything, we just go Gecko next turn and bring that Zoro back with the Bepo. Right? Now the question is, do we go 5-5 or do we just go... I think we just go 8. I think we just go 8. I think I like putting the pressure into the opponent. Because the 5-5, the opponent can just go 1k and also use their leader ability that I haven't used yet. So next turn, usually the Gecko is a lot better when you have like something else other than a Bepo, but I'm down to just take it. Yeah, like obviously we want to play this Luffy next turn. So is there actually going to be Gecko here? Is this actually Gecko? I think it has to be. Yeah, I think like it has to be. We just go like this. And then we activate this, giving this a 6. We get an active down. We get an nested down. We go to 9. And this is going to be at 8. So that way, even if the opponent uses the leader abilities, he has to give me a 2k here. Cool. So still has to give me a 2k. The question here is, since we have this Gecko on the field now, does Luffy still make the most sense? I kind of think it does. The annoying part about Luffy is letting the opponent get value twice from their leader. But again, having this big bite in the field is just way too good to pass up. So, let's see what happens. That Bepo also, again, let me eat up that 2k counter from them, so that's not too bad. If the opponent goes Rayleigh here, I guess it makes it easier for me to just go for it. It sucks losing the Gecko this way though, but again, just having that Luffy, the earlier I have the Luffy, the more pressure I'm putting into the opponent. Yeah, that's fine, right? So it makes this makes it easier for me because now I can easily just do my thing, right? And opponent didn't even attack into me, so that's beautiful, right? Oh, and especially with the Bon Clay now, I think that's also gonna be better. So we'll go 6. We'll go 6. We'll go Luffy. And start ramping up with the Luffy because we'll get the down back with this Luffy. And then we'll have the Bon Clay. as well, making it harder for them to just play Shanks. They're gonna have to find another Rayleigh. Yeah, let's go for it. It doesn't really matter, right? Sure. Like this, boom. Dash here. We go sits here because the opponent still has the leader ability that they can use. All right. We end the turn. We'll go ahead and gain a Dawn here. We'll go ahead and play this Bon Clay here. We'll attack this blocker for 12. Just get it out of the way now. And I don't think I'm ever... I guess technically, I should, just in case that the opponent kind of goes for like a crazy attack into this Luffy. I should keep the Gongon Giant, just in case that the opponent decides to go like all down here. I can technically save this, right? And again, this Bon Clay is actually nasty, because by playing the Bon Clay there, I got to ramp up, right? So now I still go up to 9 down next turn, which is crazy when I just use Luffy. And it makes it so that the opponent plays Shanks here is a lot. Like we'll have a Bon Clay that can attack for that can copy the Shanks, right? Can copy the base power of it. So it's a lot of pressure. And I still have 4 life. I haven't taken a single hit this game yet. So yeah, because if the opponent goes like 18, the Giant brings me to 16, and this technically will be 18, 20. So I can save the Luffy, and the opponent doesn't develop anything. Yeah, no, that's why, again, that's why we kept this, right? Oop, we'll trash this one, go here, and I think I'll give you the 1k. I was thinking about keeping the blocker, but I don't think it makes sense too. Yeah, so we'll ramp up here. Right, just for fun. We have to attack. We have to attack with this first, right? Keep the 1 down. Keep the 1 down, so that leaves me with 6. That can be an 11 and a 12. I guess this is gonna be 8, 10. Yeah, I guess we go like this. 10. Go 12 here. If you want to give me the cards, feel free to. I'm okay with them giving me the cards here. Because if they do that, I'm gonna just go 9 to their life. I guess I should probably put more here, to be honest. But I'm down to go 9. I'm down to go 9 into their life. Or do I want to eat up the 2k here? Like, I feel like we have such an advantage here. Maybe we just go 10. Yeah, maybe we just go 10 and force the opponent to have to give me 2k, 1k. If they have Shanks here, they're still not killing this Luffy. Because I have 2k, 1k. I don't want to use Giant next this turn because I want to play Gecko, I feel like. So we let this go. Now, unfortunately, we don't have Franky, but we do have an Onami at least, so we can get that blocker instead. 11, 12, 13. Not enough, right? Not enough, friend. Yeah. Like, again, this Luffy is so good because this Luffy staying on the field just is such an annoyance for them. Like, at 12k body, it's not that easy for them to deal with. And we can just slowly just kill the unit now and take a life, right? I kind of just go from there. I definitely probably should put more Dawn on this Luffy to kill their Rayleigh. Last turn, I got a little bit greedy on that. Could have potentially been a punish, but he ended up working out anyways because they didn't have the counter to beat the 10. But aside from that, I think it's just, again, even though we lost that one Gecko, I wanted to play this, right? I wanted to play this and just go from there, so GG's. In this match, we're going against Teach. Now, this is interesting because I do think Teach can have a decent matchup here. I like this hand. Like, if the opponent doesn't use their leader effect right away, we're going to get value from this Zoro, right? So that's pretty good for us. So they got a Shiryu. They had a 2K, yeah. So we just go like this then, right? I'm down for that. I understand why they don't do it. Like, they get scared, right? Like, it's hard as a Blackbeard player to just be like, I gotta use my leader ability right away in case they have this Zoro. But having this Zoro puts me in a really big advantage, right? So they trashed the Shiryu that they got, so now they have Jesus. They're gonna just try to attack into us, I guess. I'm down to take this one. If they don't use their own play effect... Okay, so I can just go here anyways. Let's grab the Luffy. Honestly, screw it. We'll go like this. I kind of like... This is interesting. So I think the Sanji is actually worse than any of the other two. So we'll go 5 here. And I think I'm just gonna go 6 because I actually think I want to play that law now before the opponent can use their leader effect. I think unfortunately we have to grab the Luffy again, right? So now the opponent knows I have 2 Luffys in my hand, but I mean, one we can always trash later, right? One we can always trash later. At this point, you have to start using your leader effect. Because I could have a Gecko. Like, I could easily have a Gecko here. I'm also not opposed to just playing Luffy as a big 10k body, but I guess it might be better to play the Kaido. I mean, as a big 12k body, sorry. Yeah, so that's their thing. I could give you the 2k 1k here and save that Zoro. I kind of want to give them this. I want to keep this Franky. I think we have to kill that Burgess, right? We cannot let that Burgess stay on the field, unfortunately. Okay, so they're gonna kill it anyways. Alright, so they still have to use stuff, right? So this is 9, opponent's at 7. They can give me 2k, 1k. I think I have to just rip it, man. I think I have to just go all in. Three, 4, 5. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Because I would love to play Franky instead, but if I only go for 9, then the opponent gets a lot of value out of this. They can just go 2k, 1k. But if they're going 2k, 1k, they start running out of cards as well. But then they're getting to their Teach turn really quickly. I have to kill this now. I think if I let this card stay alive, I just lose the game. But then I'm never playing this Franky. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever playing this Franky if I don't do this. Like yeah, it's weird. My hope here is that they don't have another Burgess. The duck queue is whatever. I mean, sure. And then it's just gonna be Teach after Teach, right? We haven't seen Final Teach just yet. Yeah, they go for 8. Yeah, I suspect it. They probably have it then if they're doing it this way. Okay, no, it's just duck queue. Yeah, I don't care about the duck queue. Yeah, I don't care about the duck queue. Opponent didn't use their... Oh, no, they did. Yeah, they did use the leader effect. Okay. Do I want them to draw a card here? I don't care, right? I think we just go 5 and we just play this Luffy. Now, this Luffy's not going to get to attack, right? Because the opponent's going to have the Teach. But I think we just want to play them just like that, man. The problem is that I need to start... You know, the funny thing about having the Luffys, by the way, is because they're like activate main abilities, I can actually use them to ramp back up. If I use like these giants at any point, right? Now, if I'm playing around the opponent having double teach, I need to play double Luffy. Like, we just want to have this down. I think we just want to... If they go teach here, obviously, we give them the blocker. They play teach. And we just go here. Yeah, they go for the teach right there. That's not shot, they just drew it, right? Okay. So then we go here for 5, and we just go a second one. I don't want to give them the draw, so I don't think I'm ever attacking with this law. Even if the opponent's getting value by killing it every turn. It's a 5-down commitment. I don't think this is ever going to be a good attacker. Yeah, you just go for it that way. Yeah, we'll just go like this, and we'll just pass. Starting next turn, we have to start keeping down for the Gungam Giant. Right, so we have to start keeping down for the Gungam Giant. We can give them this one. They're gonna actually attack. Okay, cool. It's the second teach. You do your thing. You have to give me the third teach. Okay, so we have to probably just go blockers, right? So we probably have to just go blockers here. Guess we go 5. No matter what, the opponent can actually block these things out, right? I have to just be able to survive the swing back. Technically, I should have put down here, now that I think about it. Yeah, I should have put down here, because I'm not spending my whole down value, right? I guess I can go here, here. Trash 1. But I might need the cards to trash. Yeah, I should have put down here. I guess I can put down on the Luffy and make sure that the Luffy hit goes through. Just kill one of the teachers. Yeah, maybe that's better. Maybe we just kill one of the teachers here. That guarantees that I'm not dying. Yeah, I think that guarantees that I'm not dying, right? So we go 5. Opponent, if the opponent, I mean, no matter what, you're going to lose one of your teachers here, right? Because I can just swing with the other Luffy into the second teach. I guess you can choose to take this and be at 4 cards and potentially have enough counters. Yeah, okay. So we go 4, 2. So we can put 4 down then, right? We'll go like this. You're going to give me 2K, 2K, 1K? Okay, yeah. That was the punish for me swinging to their life first. But I still think we're in a decent spot. Because the opponent has to kill us this turn now. So they get the Luffy. They're trying to look for ways to reduce my Franky. But every time, like, that's 2 done that they just spent. They got the Jesus Burgess, which is a non-counter card. Okay, so you have a non-counter, I mean, you have a 1K counter in your hand. You got the Shiryu. This doesn't help you. So you have a 2K, 1K. And we have double Gungam Giant. Yeah, you can't kill the blocker. So I can block one of your 12s. I can take the other one. And if you attack with your blockers, you just lose the game. Yeah, we take the 10. We block the 12 and we can, yeah, we take this, right? Yeah, we just go like this. Maybe I don't even have to block with Franky, to be honest. They don't even do it. All right, so you have 2 blockers. 2 blockers, and you have to actually defend this, right? If I go 7 here, if I go 7 here, opponent still has to block, right? So the opponent still has to block, and now we just kill them then, I guess? I guess it's still risky that this thing could die. I had to kill this, right? So I had to go. Oh, I just messed up, by the way. I just messed up because the opponent doesn't have to actually kill me here. Yeah, I don't have enough to play this out, so we'll go like this, I guess. Yeah, I messed up. That's my bad. I messed up. I forgot that the opponent doesn't have to actually block with this teach, right? So once again, they're looking for the way to trash this. I mean, I'm still feeling good here. Like, this is still gonna be a lot for them to have to like, they have to kill the Franky. It has to be a reduction. Okay, they have the blocker. I mean, we can always get rid of the blocker with the Gum Gum Lightning. Yeah, I mean, we just block it then. And if they go for 14, we just win the game. Like, they have to do something. Yep, and then we just go for it this way. Alright, so we'll go like this, return to Dawn. We'll trash this guy, get this. We'll go like this, return to Dawn. Trash gives, go here, and then we have the 2k, right? Yeah. The problem for them is that even though they had the docky, like this is the blocker was a 5 cost, right? So like the liberation by itself doesn't kill it. They had to have found, they needed to find like a cost reduction enough to get this to 1 cost. So it had to be like what's it called? The -4, right? Not even Banagra actually. It had to just be them getting a Laboon. Laboon, 4 Dawn, and then doing this. And then Laboon is not searchable, so they had to like top deck it. I did mess up last turn, but again, just playing this Luffy's, opponent couldn't do anything, so GG's. In this match, we're going against Blackbeard, and I'm gonna go first, because if the opponent doesn't use their leader effect right away, I'm gonna be able to just ramp up with Zoro, and that seems really good to me. So I still want to go first in this matchup, force the opponent to like, hey, if you don't use this from turn 1, you're letting me ramp up. Right? That's a cute man, Sherry, though. Yeah, we'll go like this. Go here. Do I need to like play another unit here? Probably not, right? I think we just go here for 7. Yeah, we go like this. We don't actually mind too much. I don't want to take the damage though. I think we don't want to take damage early. That's not what we want to do. Okay, you're gonna just kill it? Alright, that's cool with me. And I'm okay with the pistol here. Is this who I wanna... It sucks that we don't have any other better unit here. Do I want to get rid of the Laffy? Or do I want to get rid of the Mancheri? I guess we'll go like this. It's for free anyways. And I'm down to put them down to 3 life here. Next time we're gonna have to play Sanji, whether we actually use the effect or not. Like, the way that you beat Blackbeard is by having bodies on the field, even if you're not actually getting the on-play effects. And that's what we're gonna do next turn with Sanji and Kaido. On-play effect or not, we're gonna just play them. If they have a second Laffy, I do get punished here. Okay, it was like, this is my age. They can still find the answers here, I guess. Yeah, they got the second Laffy. Yeah, so I get punished by the second Laffy now because the opponent can keep the other one alive because I ended up not having another body in the field. And this is a free way for them to trash. They should be looking to use their leader effect here. That Q. You absolutely use your leader effect here, friend. I'll take it. Are you thinking of playing Doc Q here? Or it's just a Mancheri? Alright. That's cute. It's my first time going against the Mancheri version of Blackbeard. I mean, they get to get the Banagher from their trash, right? So that's good. This is so good for them now, right? Exactly for what we talked about. Like, they're able to just get so much value. Can killing them as Sherry makes the most sense, but the opponent's still searching twice, but at least they have to spend... How do I want to do this? If I let them play Mancheri again, they still have to spend a Dawn. I think we actually killed the Luffy. I think we let them play the Mancheri. If they want to use Mancheri effect again, that's fine. I think it's more efficient for me to have the law to kill Mancheri than it is for me to have any other way. So then next turn we can start going Kaido and Gungam Giant. Yeah, I definitely got punished there by not developing another unit when I had the chance, because now the opponent gets like to refill their hand here. They're gonna get to kill the law with Q, but I can still kill 2 units, but the opponent can actually get the Lafitte here again and do it that way. Just continue just stalling out. Oh, they're gonna just kill this. Okay, I see it. That's not bad for them either. That's pretty good. Yeah, they have a pistol, yeah. That's pretty good. So now opponent still needs to keep using his leader ability though. So every turn they're losing a card, they're gonna go for the Mancheri, which makes the most sense, yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give you this. Yeah, you have to use your leader effect. Because otherwise you get too punished by quite a few things here. So we'll go like this. And we'll play Kaido and end the turn. And this is gonna be a Blackbeard. And that's why I had to kind of counter last turn, because I need to be able to start playing around these Blackbeards. Now the thing about Mancheri is that it has made their Jesus Bird just a little bit weaker, right? The Jesus Bird will have an extra 4 cards in the trash. They're gonna kill the Kaido. Alright. So they're just playing like a more removal version. That's actually crazy. Yeah, so they can... Wow. They have a blocker too now, and they get to search here as well. I mean, I'm getting smacked, right? I mean, the opponent's doing a very interesting version of this deck, and the crazy thing now is that because they have the blocker here, because they have this blocker here, they can go -4. I guess I'm still forcing them to have to find something else, right? They have to block and then also save this to kill this Sanji. Okay. I don't think it's Gecko. I think we go Sanji. I want to kill this Laboon though. The opponent just gets so much value here. I think I have to go 8. If I let Laboon stay there, Laboon -4. Opponent still will need to find another thing to kill this. I think I attack into the Laboon. And just play the Sanji out. If they save it, this still requires a lot, right? I mean, I guess the opponent can just go Laboon and like Liberation or Pistol. Yeah, this is annoying because again, by having no bodies on the field, I cannot actually kill those Laboons. And the opponent still gets to keep the Lafitte alive to just draw a card every time. So they get the Banagher, so they have still a way to remove stuff. And we haven't even dealt with the Blackbeard. That's crazy. They get a blocker again. Yeah, this is a cool version of Blackbeard. This is a very cool version here. Like, I was not expecting that at all. We can go 6 down, I guess. Sorry, we can go 4 down, right? One of these is gonna die no matter what to the .Q. Are we supposed to get rid of Lafitte? Like, I feel like the Lafitte is giving them so much value. And I'm just gonna go like this. The opponent can actually just kill me here, by the way. I have no No counters. But they choose to kill the Bon Clay instead. And then just go for their 10 drop maybe. Very cool, very cool. I like this guard card. That's very interesting. He all started again. He all started with the Mancheri. Yeah, this is gonna be the 10 drop. Yeah, I can't do anything. Yeah, this ended up being like a really cool card for them to have. Yeah, GG's. GG's. No, very cool version of that deck. Not the cards that usually, obviously you guys see my list, not the cards that I would play. Like they're not playing stage, obviously, they're just playing a lot more removal heavy. I'm kind of going from there, so GG's. In this match, we're going against Red Purple Luffy. I like this hand. I like this hand. We have this Zoro, which is really good. I'm gonna grab the Usohachi. Although the Sanji with the Luffy is not bad either. Like maybe we're actually going it this way. I'm gonna grab this for now. Because I think the Usohachi is good, but it's not gonna be necessary right now. Like it's not like critical right now, right? So we're gonna go Zoro here. Go like this. And I guess we should have gone. Yeah. Zoro works out. Then we can just go 8 here. Force him to take that life, and we just attack into the Zoro next turn. Next turn we have 7, so we can actually just do our stuff. So I'm gonna give them this right now then. I'm gonna take this 7. I think we have to kill this Bon Clay while we have the chance. We can counter with Franky last turn to set up the thing, right? Let's go here. We'll rest this guy. Go here, right? Like this. Go 2 here. Doesn't matter if he tries to save it. We have 3 more attacks to go into the Bon Clay. And then next time we just go Gecko into Franky. Again, we're gonna throw the Franky to the trash. Pony's going to 10 as well, so this is going to be interesting. And then we go 7. We definitely want to put this Franky in the trash. Yeah, so we go. Now it's a lot. It's a lot to do this, but it's I mean, I can always just go here. I can always go here and take the damage anyways. But that feels like a waste as well. What if we just counter out of it? We go like this. So this is gonna be, oh, you know what? I did forget that the opponent went to 8. So like me putting a Dawn here doesn't matter. But at least it forces a card out of their hand. But I should have kept the thing. Well, whatever. We know what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna probably just go another Gecko next turn. Just have these Geckos be on the field. They might want to kill this Sanji, I guess. 7. I'll take this one. So I don't want to counter now. Yeah, we'll go like this. Let them take that. They go for a blocker. Cool. We just go second Gecko, right? We just go second Gecko and start putting pressure into their life. Yeah, we'll go like this. Do I need this Zoro? When it's at 6, I think I will want to keep the Zoro. Yeah, I think keeping the Zoro is correct. I was thinking about playing this Law, but I don't think I can. And we'll trash this Zoro here again, right? So we have 6. That way we can go 6, 6, 7, 8. Now, I do have to be careful about the opponent having their own removal, right? Like, this is going to be a Gungam Giant. If they have the way to rest this Franky, that could be a problem. Okay, so the opponent just kind of told me that they don't have Giant. They could have a Usohachi here. The problem is that them being at 0 life is so risky for them now, because with these Geckos on the field, it's going to be really problematic. I guess they could go for... So let's say that they go for the... If they go for the thing, right? If they go for the big boy, the 10 drop, I think I'm still okay, right? As long as I protect this next 2 hits. Because I have the Giant, right? So it should be okay. I mean, I guess a Sanji can be a problem. Yeah, Sanji could be a problem. I want to be able to defend... Okay, so the opponent goes to 4. Opponent goes to 4. They can go for a 10. I think we take this. Oh wait, no, because I'm gonna be... If I take this, I'm gonna get hit here, right? So we have to give them... This is weird, because I'm gonna be at the mercy of drawing a 1k. I need to draw 1k here, because this is gonna be a 10. I guess I need to draw 2k actually, or 2 1ks. This 10-12 kills us if we don't hit exactly the right card. Yeah. Yeah. It had to be a 2k or it had to be 2 1ks, right? So risky there at the end, but we had to just, we couldn't take that hit, right? So we had to just do the thing. If we had a 2k to begin with, and it would have been even safer, so GG's. Hey, welcome back, hey everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's games. Very fun matchups there against Shanks, against Blackbeard. That second list of Blackbeard really took me by surprise, just removing everything. That was really cool. That was really cool. So that's why I left that game in there. And then Red Purple Luffy, I feel had like a better curve than the opponent. So we were able to just put a lot more pressure into them than they usually put into us. Even though it was very close because I, didn't do the math in my head at the end. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the games and this showcase of Purple Black Luffy. We're going to have 2 more videos of him coming up over the next 2 days. So if you want to keep up to date with that, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. You can also follow us on Twitch at we're streaming now and then. And you can also follow us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.